Good morning, warriors. Fernando here, God's Prepared Warrior, and welcome to Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. You can say that this week has gone by really fast. Probably mainly because majority of us had Monday off, and we're halfway through the week now. So, yeah. Time flies, I guess, when you're having fun, right? Welcome to Wednesday, and so thankful that you guys stopped by to check out this video. So thankful to all of you who have subscribed. Continue to share the channel with your family and friends, and let's get this word out there so that we can get more people to look at preparedness, right? And I won't say that this video is important than all the other ones, but today I'm going to be talking about National Preparedness Month and want to talk a little bit about that. And so we all know that September is National Preparedness Month, and it's just a perfect reminder to pause, right? For all of us to pause, evaluate, and just look at our readiness plan. What does that plan look like, right? Our readiness plan should be a plan of all the things that we're doing, whether that's your food, whether that's your gear. What is the plan? Are you just kind of randomly just throwing stuff together because, Fernando said, hey, this is a great thing and you should do this? And no, you gotta come up with your plan, right? Your readiness plan. Disaster can strike without any warning, right? We've seen that in all the weather-related events that has happened here recently to us here in the United States. We've seen it when a thunderstorm comes through, how it knocks out the power. We've seen how roads are closed because of flooding, and now there's a new workaround that has to happen. But disasters can strike without warning, whether they're natural, whether they're wildfires, because that's what's happening right now, whether there's earthquakes, or just man-made things like there's an attack on the grid. The supply chain is going to crap. Anything can happen, and this month is just that month that we as preppers look to reminding everyone. I mean, it's a month, right? I mean, preparedness isn't just something that we that we thought of. The world is, at least the United States, right? Because it's all on our calendar. And so, we should have some kind of readiness plan for our families ready to go, right? So it's important to use this month as a checkpoint for all of us as preppers. We should review our supplies, right? We should look at our food, and we should be rotating it. You guys should have some kind of inventory list of what you have, so that you know what to get when you go to the store. You're not just going blindly and now you got a bunch of random stuff and not the stuff you really need, right? You should be reviewing those supplies, rotating that stock, and checking your expiration dates and all that good stuff. Remember that. Remember the how would you call it? It's just something that we do, right? First in, first out method when it comes to rotating your stock. Maybe it's you checking your batteries, right? Buy you a meter tester, a voltage tester, and test those batteries and make sure that they're good. You just never know, right? You might need to replace some of those things. Maybe it's you just taking a look at your plan, right? Maybe it's your food plan. Maybe it's your comms plan. And you update your plan, right? Make sure that when you do that, that you include your family, right? Your family needs to be aware of that plan, and they need to be on the same page with you, so that in the event something happens, they are aware of the plan and they know, right? Whether that's, if you guys are going to be evacuating, those evacuation routes. If you're gonna have meeting points along the way, make sure that they all know those meeting points, right? Because you just never know if comms are gonna go down. At the same time, you guys should have a comms plan, right? And make sure that all of these plans that you create are clear and they're realistic. I think sometimes we just kind of throw things in there and we don't really look to see if that's going to really pan out, right? In a grid down situation. So, I always look to, whenever I talk about evacuation, I always take my drive to work, right? It takes me an hour to get to work because of traffic. So I always think, while I'm driving in high traffic going to work, what would it look like if we needed to really get out of the city? What would that look like? And it would be 20 times worse than what it is for me going to work on a regular weekday. So, think about those plans. Make sure your plans are clear and they're realistic, right? Do a practice drill. Run through a what if scenario, right? Maybe it's just seeing how fast your family gets their stuff and throws it in the truck or the car. Maybe it's you doing that and getting to point A, right? What was the time that it took to do that? And then add time to it, because in a real scenario, there are going to be obstacles, right? When you look at your evacuation plan, don't just create one route. Create several routes. Know the exit points for that route, because in the event that poop has hit the fan and there's so much traffic, right? You want to know what are some exit points that you can take while you are evacuating, right? In case of congestion or whatever, right? So think about those what if scenarios with your household. Maybe it's shutting off the power. Maybe it's a communication failure, right? What is your next part of your PACE plan for your comms? What do you mean, Fernando? Maybe you should check out my all of my radio videos. You'll understand when you get to that. Another thing is get informed, right? Sign up for local alerts. There's a lot of apps that you can download, like things like the Nextdoor app. Just be careful, because there's a lot of crazy things that happen in there. But it's a good warning tool from your neighbors. So make sure that you're doing that, right? You want to make sure that you have those alerts coming in, because you want to know if your area is at risk, right? Preparedness isn't about panic. It's about peace of mind. By taking the time this month to sharpen your readiness plans, your readiness skills, you will be better equipped to handle whatever comes tomorrow. So just a thought for today. Guys, have a great day, and happy Wednesday to you guys, and hope to see you on the next video. Be safe out there, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Talk to you on the next video.